Win the morning, win the day. Welcome to episode number 7. And the title of today's episode is Win the Morning, Win the Day. Technically, this is not a quote. It's a phrase that I really don't remember where I heard it first. I consume so much content on a daily basis, whether it's podcasts, audiobooks, YouTube, ebooks, you name it. I consume a lot of content. And sometimes I lose track of where I first heard something. But when I did a Google search for this phrase, the first 6 results that I found in preparing for this episode either indirectly or directly refer to Tim Ferriss. In episode number 4, we talked about becoming a mad scientist. Well, in his adult life, Tim Ferriss has totally embraced the idea of being a mad scientist. Many times over the years, he has used himself as a human guinea pig to explore the limits of peak performance in athletics and fitness. He's an author and investor. He says that he doesn't do very much angel investing anymore for various reasons. He has written The 4-Hour Workweek, The 4-Hour Body, and The 4-Hour Chef. I purchased The 4-Hour Workweek, and it's a good book. I recommend that book. And his most recent book is titled Tools of Titans. And the subtitle is The Tactics, Routines, and Habits of Billionaires, Icons, and World-Class Performers. If that sounds appealing to you, by all means, go out and buy his book, and I'm quite sure you'll be satisfied. Get it in whatever format you like, ebook or hardback. He doesn't have it out in audiobook form yet, but I'm quite sure he will have that out sometime in the future. To win the morning, many believe that you need a morning routine. If you do a search for Tim Ferriss morning routines, you will find that he likes to include these 5 things in his morning routine. Make your bed, number 1. Number 2, meditate. 3, exercise. 4, drink tea. 5, journaling. That's a great morning routine, but I'm not going to go into any detail on those because I have a different routine that's my favorite routine. I'm somewhat confident that I just heard the phrase, win the morning, win the day from Tim, but it was someone else that started my interest in morning routines, and that's Hal Elrod. Hal is a very interesting guy that has overcome a lot in his life and is presently fighting a battle with cancer from a diagnosis in November of last year. And I'll read this directly from his site, halelrod.com, on his About page, just to give you an idea. Hal Elrod was found at 20, hit head-on by a drunk driver at 70 miles per hour. He died for 6 minutes, broke 11 bones, and was told by doctors that he would never walk again. And further on, it goes to say on his website, not only did Hal walk, he ran a 52-mile ultra marathon and went on to become a Hall of Fame business achiever, international speaker, author, and grateful husband and father, all before the age of 30. And right now, unfortunately, as I mentioned earlier, he is having a battle with leukemia, but he seems to be doing quite well, and hopefully he'll pull through with that. Now, Hal is the one who got me interested in really being serious about morning routines. And he wrote a book entitled The Miracle Morning. In a nutshell, the book is about developing an early morning routine. There are 6 elements to the routine that Hal writes about in his book. He uses the acronym SAVERS to help you remember the 6 elements. The S in SAVERS stands for silence. In that silent period that you would have in your morning routine, you would use that for meditation and prayer. If you're not into prayer, you can just meditate. I do both. Carving time out of your morning for silence, to me, is magical. And I take it to the next level. Not only do I just get in a quiet place when I'm doing my morning routine, I get in a quiet place and I actually use industrial head muffs to really block out all of the sound. It doesn't quite block out all of the sound, but it does block out most of the sound. Hardly anything gets through those industrial earmuffs. That alone can revolutionize your morning. Just carving out some time for silence. I like to do what's called mindfulness meditation that focuses on your breathing. And I typically just, take deep breaths in and out, and I focus on my breath and counting to 21. And when I do that, I might do something that's called box breathing. Just do a search on Google for box breathing. It's something that Navy SEALs do. Navy SEALs don't do anything that doesn't work. If it's good enough for Navy SEALs, it's good enough for me. So check that out, box breathing. Now, after I get done with the meditating and focusing on my breath, I go into prayer. And what I like to focus in when I'm praying lately is an attitude of gratitude, just focusing on gratefulness, being grateful for all that I already have. I'm really trying to master this idea of gratitude and being grateful. And when I say master, I mean constantly having it in the forefront of my brain on a daily basis, of just being in awe and in gratitude about all that I already have. The A in SAVERS stands for affirmations. Now, this is just simply making positive thoughts in your mind about the future and your goals. That's the way I use it. If you want to get more about how Hal does it, by all means, go out and purchase his book. It's a great book, The Miracle Morning. And the V in SAVERS stands for visualization. Simply visualize your ideal day. High performance athletes use visualization all the time. I guarantee you, when Michael Jordan was standing at the free throw line on a critical free throw at a critical point in the game, he visualized the ball going into the basket before he shot it. Very important to use that in your day. Just visualize your ideal day. The E in SAVERS stands for exercise. On the days that I don't go to the gym to work out with weights, I like to use the 7-minute app to do my exercise. And it's just a quick 7 minutes. You get a few seconds rest in between each exercise. And I like to do the full body workout. And that really does it for me. The full body workout, I'm quite sure on the 7-minute app, is free, but there are other routines that you can buy. But if it's free, it's for me. The R in SAVERS stands for reading. Spend about 20 minutes reading, or some people 2 hours, whatever it is. If that's an emphasis for you, the reading part, spend time reading. That's what the R is for. Some people may want to read the Bible. Some people can read their favorite book, their favorite genre of books, whatever it may be. Spend some time reading. The S in SAVERS, the last S, stands for scribe. Basically, it just means journaling. Going back to Tim Ferriss, he also recommends journaling in a morning routine. And he recommends an app called the 5-Minute Journal. Now, this also comes in a book form, but I have the app, the 5-Minute Journal. And basically, it just keys in on you being grateful and you putting in the app 3 things that you're grateful for, 3 things that you want to happen that day. And there's a few other things. I haven't used it that much lately because one of the reasons I'm focusing on win the morning, win the day for this episode is lately I haven't done my morning routine like I would want to. Since I did early retirement, I'm not going to bore you with the details or the excuses, but I haven't really gotten into doing my morning routines like I used to when I was actually working. And my morning routine was very important to me in terms of getting through the day at work. But one thing that I have improved on, and I notice a difference, is getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep every night. When I don't, let's say I only get 5 hours, I can really feel it that day, all day. And it really brought home to me how much sleep deprivation I was operating with all those years after you really start getting the full allotment of sleep. Now, most experts say there's only a few people out there who can get by on a few hours sleep every night. That's the rare person. Most of us, we need to get 7, 8 hours sleep if we really want to perform at our best. Those are the 6 elements that Hal Elrod recommends in a morning routine. And again, the acronym is SAVERS. The S is for silence. I'm telling you, silence in the morning, carving out some time for that, it is magical. And the A is for affirmations, V, visualization, E, exercise, R, reading, S, scribe. That's just what I like to do. I would recommend that you do a search and come up with a routine that you may like. You won't regret it. I guarantee you, if you come up with some type morning routine, it will be magical for your day. Thank you so much for listening today. And I want you to please hit the subscribe button and keep coming back again and again. And remember this, quotes don't work unless you do. Recommends in a morning routine. And again, the acronym is SAVERS. The S is for silence. I'm telling you, silence in the morning, carving out some time for that, it is magical. And the A is for affirmations, V, visualization, E, exercise, R, reading, S, scribe. That's just what I like to do. I would recommend that you do a search and come up with a routine that you may like. You won't regret it. I guarantee you, if you come up with some type morning routine, it will be magical for your day. Thank you so much for listening today. And I want you to please hit the subscribe button and keep coming back again and again. And remember this, quotes don't work unless you do.